Yeah, I'm Tim Clemens. I'm the Vice President of the Remember Group. We build loyalty programs all across a whole bunch of industries. We were born out of the automotive business. I have been there 8 years, and I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite things that I do. You guys like coming here?
Yes.
Show of hands. I love traveling. I love coming here, and I love talking about what I do. Isn't it great to love what you do?
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Yes, Tim.
Thank you very much. So for only about 2 hours today, I'm going to talk about dealership rewards programs. No, we're not going to take up that much
Tim,
time.
no longer than 140.
140, you got it. All right, so how many people flew in here today? How many? Did any of you earn points on your flight in? You did? Just about everybody? When you booked your room, you may have earned points. When you rented a car, used your credit card, you might have earned points. And I'm here today to tell you about why companies offer loyalty programs to their customers and how you can build one of your own. So these are some brands that I'm loyal to. We got Coke, Delta, Starbucks, Amazon, Hertz, Holiday Inn, these things. You could argue these companies are at the top of their game, the top of their brands. They're crushing the competition. Coke has a rewards program. Delta does. I have 35,000 frequent flyer miles. I just crossed over to the silver last month. I was very kind of proud of myself. That's a huge accomplishment for me. Starbucks coffee, Hertz, Holiday Inn. Every time I book a hotel room, I earn points. These are the loyalty programs associated with these, especially with Delta, Sky Miles, with my 35,000 frequent flyer miles. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm booking with Delta. Can anybody relate to that concept? Yes? Just a couple? Nice, just nodding faces. I even kind of hate Delta a little bit for that. You know what I mean? I feel like if I book my flight anywhere else, I'm going to lose out on those points. So companies who are in the top echelon of their industries, the one thing that they have in common is that they offer a loyalty program for their customers. And the reason is, actually reasons are very powerful. First of all, members of rewards programs are 70% more likely to make repeat visits. 70% more likely to make repeat visits. You think that would make a difference in your dealership?
Yes.
84% more likely to be upsold. Anybody here ever sold F&I products?
Yes.
Yes? Would you like to have a customer in your office who's 84% more likely to buy that extended warranty? You guys seen the movie Fargo? Remember you want the clear coat? Can I get you some clear coat? Remember that? A couple nods.
Good.
Members of reward programs spend 67% more than new customers. They fill out more surveys and reviews because when companies can incentivize their customers using different rewards and points and loyalty and everything, you get more of those surveys and reviews. And this is a theme I hear time and time again. How do I get more surveys? How do I get more reviews? A great way to do that is to have a loyalty program for your customers. Referrals. Anybody here sell cars?
Yes.
Do we like referrals?
Yes.
We love referrals. It's a great way to get more referrals. They cross-shop. So when you have a loyalty program, members are more likely to do something in one department and then return to another to continue to do their business. So you get somebody in service, they're more likely to come buy a car with you. And if they buy a car, likewise, they're going to come back and get service with you. Far more likely to do that. And then finally, they open emails at a 40% higher rate. Does anybody here not do email marketing? I didn't think so. How would you like to have 40% higher open rates? Of developing a loyalty program is a great way to do that. Now, the effect of these things on your organization is huge. This is Fred Reichelt, a loyalty expert, wrote a book called The Loyalty Effect. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little bit of a dry read, all right? But it is very informative. What Fred will tell you in this book is that a 5% increase in customer retention can equal a 25 to 85% increase in your bottom line profitability. What does that mean for you guys at your dealership? If you have a loyalty program, it means you sell more stuff. Close more deals, sell more service. Mary Barr, the CEO of General Motors, will tell you that a 1% increase in sales retention is equal to 25,000 vehicles sold for $700 million annually. So it's a pretty big incentive. Now, you guys aren't running a big corporation, so I talked to a guy I know who developed a loyalty program. This is Mike Martin, AutoAbs, out of Denver. Implemented a loyalty program less than a year ago. He'll tell you, since we've implemented our loyalty program, we've experienced a 10 to 15% increase in sales from previous customers and a 15 to 20% increase in overall sales. Almost an instant return because he developed a loyalty program at his store. So, What are we doing about it? How are we developing loyalty? Raise your hand if you believe that your dealership delivers a superior customer experience. Raise your hand. Okay. You're in good hands because 80% of companies believe that they're already delivering a superior customer experience. When we talk to our customers, it's a different story. Only 8% of them agree. So we really have to ask ourselves, how are we really delivering a truly exceptional experience to our customers? Especially in a world where we really have to ask ourselves, for some of us dealing, like Toyota dealerships, does anybody here run a Toyota, GM, Nissan? Anybody? Okay. Well, with a lot of manufacturers, the corporations, they're taking away the individuality from a lot of these dealerships. GM dealerships look a lot similar, and this is really what your customers are seeing. Same branding, product, price, people, right? Very similar everywhere they go. And when we do things like we give a free book of oil changes to our customers or give them a 10% discount in service, those things are great. That's a great service to provide to your customers, but we're sending them out the door with nothing to bring them back. You really got to ask yourself, truly, why buy? Why am I buying from your dealership? So what we really want to do is we want to present more value as a part of doing business with your dealership. Do you guys that sell cars, do you ever have customers try to haggle with you? Is that ever? Negotiation? No? Customers negotiate because they don't see enough value. Because price is only an issue in the absence of value. You guys agree with that? Price is an issue in the absence of value. And when you make your customers part of some kind of loyalty program or rewards program, you know, they can vary on all sorts of different scales. We're changing that transaction from a purchase into an investment. I'm not just buying my car and driving off the lot, never think of that dealership again. Look, I'm a loyal Subaru guy. Say what you want about me. I've heard it. But when I drove that car off the lot where I bought that dealership, I had never occasion to think of that dealership again besides those tired old emails, 10% off in service, get you $29.95 oil change. It's the same offer I get from everybody else. They didn't deliver a truly exceptional experience for me, so I never think of them again, and I've never been back. So I might suggest, as part of your recipe, develop a loyalty program at your dealership. Make customers part of a club, where every time they go to do something, they get to pull out a card that sits in their wallet that has your brand. Reinforce that brand, reinforce that brand. So let's talk about what a loyalty program looks like, and this is all stuff you guys can do at your dealership. First of all, use points. There's a reason why Delta, Hertz, Walgreens, IHG Rewards, just about everybody here probably belongs to some kind of points program to some degree because it's hugely effective. Make sure it's free to join. Make sure that your customers can get into your loyalty program as easy as possible. You want everybody to play. Provide good customer service so your people on the dealership level should know all about your loyalty program, how it works. It should generate revenue because if you're not generating a profit, what's the point, right? Your loyalty program should generate revenue. Collect customer data so you can market to your customers. Make that part of the requirement of playing in the game. Simple to use and understand. This is a very important point when developing a loyalty program. Look, my Delta points, I got 35,000. I have no idea what they get. Can anybody relate to that? I got to sit down and take a Valium and get ready to talk to customer service for 45 minutes. Fluid user experience, responsive design. Make sure your customers are living right here. This is where your customers are living. So if your dealership is not a responsive website, get it on a responsive website. And your loyalty program should be the same. It should engage your customers over time. You guys, Delta frequent flyer members, yes? How many? You guys know you get these emails all the time, right? Your statement. Here's a special, right? Delta is constantly staying in front of you, reinforcing their brand. And benefits away from the dealership. So, you can send your employees out into the community, a local gas station, movie theater, restaurant, send people out in the community. Partner up with other businesses and give your customers benefits that they associate with your dealership as they go about their everyday business. Make sense so far? Looks like a lot. I promise you it's not though. It's very simple. So let's talk about points for a minute, and after this I'm going to show you kind of how to build a loyalty program and what a really effective one looks like. and what the numbers look like, what it can mean for you as far as how much profit and whatnot you can expect. Points. Why do we use points? A couple years ago, a study came out called the Endowed Progress Effect. Researcher Joseph Nunes wanted to see what happens. Really, do points really matter? Are they really a truly engaging thing for our customers? Is it just smoke and mirrors, or does it really, really work? So what he did was he gave two different punch cards out to two different groups of people. Punch card A on the left here went to group 1. Everybody familiar with how punch cards work? Punch them all out, get your free thing, right? Punch card A on the left here. Buy 8 car washes, get your 9th one free. Punch card on the right here. Buy 10 car washes, get your 11th free. But before you hand it out, punch card B here to group 2, took 2 punches out of it and handed it to the customer. So, what do we really have here? Can anybody see what's going on here?
Equal value.
Right. We have 2 marketing pieces asking customers to do the exact same thing. And when they evaluated the success of the programs, punch card A on the left here, customers who felt like they were starting from nothing, they had no skin in the game, redeemed at a 19% rate. While when customers felt like they were already earning towards something, you can even argue they had points towards something, they were almost twice as likely to complete the buying cycle. Isn't that amazing? This is why companies use points, because it's extremely, it's a huge motivating factor for your customers. Rockwell Clancy, the Vice President of J.D. Power & Associates, will tell you that customers will often pay higher prices or stick with a service that's unsatisfying, simply because they've started earning points. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse to get bad service, don't get me wrong, all right? But we go back to my Delta experience. I'm going to put up with a whole lot of turbulence and bad service because I'm not going to lose those points, right? So we're not talking about an airline ticket. We're not talking about redeeming points towards books. We're talking about buying a car, right? So you think it's going to take a whole lot of points to get somebody to buy a car, right? So what do you think that magic number is? How many points do you think it takes to lock somebody in to buying a car from one dealership and not the other? Go ahead, just yell it out. What do you think that number is? 5,000? Anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else? Come on. $1,000. $211. On an item that could be $30,000 to $80,000. $211. You know why this is? It's that endowed progress effect we talked about. When customers feel like they've already earned towards something, they put that work in, they're not likely to leave that money on the table. I look at dealership websites all the time when I'm trying to find out who I'm going to call to talk to, and I close that window, that pop-up window comes up, just $200 off MSRP, right? I close that window every time. It's an annoyance. But when customers see this, they've earned that. That represents real effort on their part. So that's the why. Okay. So let's look at what a dealership rewards program might look like. This is Kenshaw Lexus, one rooftop in Toronto. They built a loyalty program about 5 years ago, and they're seeing tremendous results. So here's how it works. Kenshaw enrolls customers for free, requiring just an email address. That's all they require. Their email address is the ticket display, because once we have their email address, then we can start marketing to them, right? They award 10% back of a customer service ticket in the form of points. It goes into kind of a little bank account that they can spend towards a vehicle purchase. It's very simple. Do you have any questions on how that works? I hope not. It's very, very simple. They developed a responsive website where customers can come here and they can log in. You see here, this is looks great on the phone, looks great on the computer. Claire here can log into her account. You can see welcomes Claire by name at the top there. It tells her how many points she's earned towards her next vehicle. And we're constantly engaging Claire, so she keeps coming back to the website. She keeps seeing that dollar amount, reinforcing that brand, reinforcing that brand. When it comes time to buy a car, Claire's going to buy from Kenshaw Lexus. Claire can come in here and check her transaction history. So Kenshaw developed this place where customers can come in. It's almost like a virtual garage. So they can kind of react with it, look at it, go, oh, look at that, that's cool. I earned that many points from that date. I remember that. They went out into their community and they developed discounts. What they do is they cut the cheese. G-Shop, obviously. They go there and they say, hey, look, we got 5,000 customers. We're going to give you free advertising. As a result, would you give our customers a free side of fries just for showing their Ken Shaw Lexus rewards card? Would you do that? And say, yeah, of course. So there's a quid pro quo here. Ken Shaw Lexus can show more value as a part of doing business with them because they're going to get all these great benefits all over the community. And then the business and the community benefits from the additional foot traffic. Pretty cool, right? Now, Colloquy is a loyalty trade publication. What they will tell you is that 85% of loyalty programs do not communicate with the customers. So if you are going to develop a loyalty program, it's very important to send out these emails here. This is a welcome email. Brad, welcome you to the program. Every time he earns points, he gets an email, just like what Delta does, and he gets a point statement. These emails open at between 60 and 90%. Customers love it. Now, what if you shoved a sales or service special in here? Think about how many more eyes you can get on. Pretty cool, right? Yep. You guys were so awake out there. What's going on? All right. So based on all the information that we have, that's kind of what our loyalty program looks like. I want to tell you what it looks like for you if you choose to develop it. Let's take a fictional dealership that I made up called Epic Motors. Epic Motors has 5,000 customers in their email database. They're going to send out a promotion. Okay. Now, they're sending it out to their loyalty customers. Sorry, let me back up. They're going to send out an email campaign without a loyalty program, all right? They're going to see about a 30% email open rate, because that's industry standard. They're going to see $150 average service RO. A 2% response rate, meaning 30 customers respond, total revenue $4,500. Not bad for promotion, actually. But when Epic Motors developed Epic Loyalty, they're going to see a 65% email open rate. With $172 average service RO, we know that based on the additional customer spend we see from any kind of studies from Colloquy and everything else that when I went over that before, you're going to see a 2.16 response rate because members of loyalty programs visit 8% more often. It's going to represent 70 customers responding with revenue at over $11,000. That's just one promotion. This is truly what it looks like to develop a rewards program for your dealership. And this does not represent additional revenue from over time, customers coming in not during your promotion, spending more. Do you have any questions on that? Does it all make sense?
So all this is tied together, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So when they use the rewards program, I'm assuming it's a card.
You can have a card or not have a card. Yeah.
But when they get the points, this is automatically generated, the emails that they open.
Yeah, that's ideal. Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on, how you choose to develop it, how good your IT people are. If you retain a vendor, what their capabilities are, that kind of stuff. But automatic is important. There are some loyalty programs out there that, they'll require you actually have an employee sit down at the end of the day and enter in all the points and everything. And that's not ideal, but if that's a resource that you have that you can dedicate to that, and that's that works too.
There's a back-end app for these loyalty programs.
What's that?
There's an app that's like a back-end for these developing these programs.
Great question. So you're asking if there's software that resides at the dealership that can...
Or wherever. I mean, is it something that people create that there's a template for?
Yeah. We can talk about it. I can fill you in afterwards if you want.
He's trying real nice not to pitch. So it's getting a little confusing.
How am I doing, by the way?
You're doing fantastic. Okay. If they ask you a question directly about your product, it's okay to answer. That's not pitching. So that's...
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you can get a good enough vendor who knows the DMS, we got Reynolds or ADP, whatever you got. If you can get a vendor, what's that? AutoStar, yeah. So there's all sorts of services that you can contract with that will actually install software on your machine that will push data out to a loyalty program, and all this will be automatic. That's it.
It keeps track of points.
Everything's automatic. So those emails we're talking about, it all triggers. So if you get a good vendor, you can just sit back, kick your feet up, and all this kicks out on its own. And then you just get reports, and you see the emails. That's how you.
What do you see in terms of retention for client customers overall? Like, by having a loyalty program, does it increase retention by X%?
That's a great question. And the answer to that is going to depend on how well the dealership is going to really hold on to this idea. So, we'll see retention, I don't have specific percentages, but I'm telling you, if the dealership does not embrace the idea, it's a lost cause. This is something that is cultural shifting, right? I'm getting a little off your question. But my point is, you're going to have retention much better if the dealership holds on to this idea, embraces it, kind of says, this is what we're doing. That kind of makes sense? It's kind of a non-answer answer?
It's a non-answer answer, but it's okay.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, so just to recap, how much time do I got? More okay. Uses points, free to join, gives great customer service, generates revenue. I show you how you can generate revenue with the loyalty program. Collects customer data. It's simple to use and understand. You should be using responsive design. Engages your customer over time, uses those point statements, those transactional emails, and gives you benefits away from the dealership. So really, we talk about opportunity and potential. What is the opportunity of developing a loyalty program for your dealership? Increased customer transaction volume, increased revenue dollars per transaction, and increased customer loyalty at your dealership. Who doesn't love that? It's part of your overall recipe. The potential, higher sales and profits, and loyal customers to spend more and refer their friends. Think that's fair? So, anyway, think I'm good? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
What are the obstacles that you see that dealers are pushing back on, or things to? So you're saying yes, it sounds good initially.
Yeah.
You come in, and then what's the pushback, and how, if anyone here is going back to their owner and saying, I have an idea, how can you arm them with levels?
That's a great question. So the objections that we see are cultural. I got some old school sales guys, they'll never buy into this. The way we overcome that is we just come in and we put in signage, we come in and we train the staff. That's how we overcome that one. The other one is really the idea that you're not buying leads. You know what I mean? You're not saying, okay, give me that, I'll go. We're really talking about a marriage here. We're talking about a partnership. And the idea of somebody coming in and really coming in and coming alongside you as a part of your team almost, right? Going alongside you, that can be a little intimidating. And there's this stigma sometimes that maybe it's going to be a lot of work implementing it, a lot of work keeping it going. So those are the two things really that we see.
Is their database too small or to start this? Is it something?
You got 12 people that work. Anybody else? Okay, great. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. It is really fun for me to get to. First of all, I love coming to the South because I'm from Minneapolis. The South is just fantastic. People are so friendly and it's warm and it's awesome. But I love the opportunity to talk about what I love to do. So I appreciate you guys listening. If you have any questions, I'm here through tomorrow, and I can mention the one thing, right?
You can.
Okay.
Yes, I was going to.
We are offering a 20% off discount to Unfair Advantage Mastermind Group members. If you're interested at all, just let me know, and I'll show you what it looks like. And
Yeah, I think since we were fairly non-descript, if anybody wants maybe a demo of your product outside of Mastermind, I know you'll be happy to do that.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Tim.